Hello and welcome to the Travel Future channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my trip to Budapest, Hungary. I haven't actually done any travel guides for literally like 2 years, maybe even more. And I was just talking to someone and I was thinking like, these are get quite a lot of views, and people do actually benefit from them, like restaurants to eat at, the hotel I stayed in, or things to do. And I thought I'd just start these back up again because I have been on quite a few trips recently, and since my last one, so I feel like I should get back doing that. I have probably like 5, 10 plus travel guides that I need to film, so I'm going to start off with doing Budapest. Okay, so the first restaurant is Lucky 7. Very Hungarian name, I guess. What I had, I'll actually put the pictures around so you can see. A beef burger, I think it was, with chips and homemade lemonade. The lemonade was so good, honestly. It was just so refreshing, even though it's absolutely freezing in January of 2019 this year. The lemonade was such a good like side for the food, because the food was very like heavy, so it was nice to have the lemonade. That's like my biggest recommendation for this restaurant, Lucky 7. It's very small, and it's our first restaurant we went to. The workers there are very, very nice. I'm not sure it's just everyone in Budapest, but people in this restaurant were very, very nice. And yeah, I think throughout Budapest it's quite, the prices are like reasonable, not as expensive as like London or Paris. So I definitely recommend that restaurant. That's like my first restaurant I recommend. If you fancy somewhere nice to eat for your breakfast, I really recommend this place. I actually forgot the name, but I will put it around me just for the video when I start editing it. The portions were really big. It's really popular. It's like one of the most popular breakfast places in Budapest, so you will have to wait. We waited about 20 minutes. But I had like bacon, sausages, eggs, beans, tomatoes, bread. It was just massive. I actually, the dish I ordered was a Hungarian breakfast. It was a full Hungarian breakfast I think I ordered, so because I felt like I had to try some Hungarian food. For example, like the sausages or whatever. Another restaurant we ate at for like a lunch and dinner was called, sorry for my pronunciation, but Parisi or Paris Eye. Basically it's Paris with an eye after it. 6, I think it's called. This is like central. All these restaurants are quite central, which is quite beneficial, obviously, like rather than commuting out of the city. It's all kind of like in walking distance. We didn't take one taxi while we were there. And that's what I think I said on one of my blogs. Me and my family, whoever I'm traveling with, we try to walk everywhere. Like, for example, in Barcelona, we were walking like 50 minutes to dinner, which sounds like long, but obviously in the weather, it's a nice walk. You can get to see, different locations. But yeah, anything under an hour, like, we try and walk it. Anything over is a bit excessive, and we normally take transportation. And I had chicken mash with like really nice cream. And again, this restaurant sells a variety of foods. You can come here and try some, traditional Hungarian food as well if you fancy it. I feel like with Budapest, it's more of a walking city. It's not so much like you can do this, you can do that, you need to book this, you need to buy that, like New York, Paris. I like with Budapest, it depends what you like, what your intentions are. But I feel like with Budapest, it's kind of just walking, seeing castles which are free, seeing churches which are free, going to bridges, landmarks which are all free, so you don't actually have to spend any money just on food. And around December, January time is all very Christmassy, Christmas markets, Christmas Ferris wheel. So I recommend going to like European cities. You don't have to, but in December time and Christmas time, because it is very festive and it just puts you in the mood. So a great place for photos is Castle Hill. You can see all of Budapest, honestly. It is amazing. The views, the photo opportunities, because all of Budapest is honestly lovely. I really highly recommend. It's a bit of a trek up there. You have to, loads of steps, loads of hills, but as you walk up, you can gradually see more and more and more, like, like kind of like the first level-ish you see the bridge, and then the next level you see all of the river, and then the next kind of stage you see like more buildings, more high-rise buildings, and like the traffic. So I really recommend going to that. And another place I really recommend going is Shoes on the New Bank. If you don't know about it, it's just about kind of like the Holocaust, kind of relating to that. People were actually lined up on there. I don't want to get into too much detail, but they stepped on there and they were shot into the river. That happened quite some time ago, but obviously it's very emotional, very, you know, like wow, to see all the shoes lined up, where they stood, where it all happened. It was quite surreal, so I definitely recommend going there. Other than that, walk around, enjoy the sights, try some Budapest food, Hungarian food in the restaurants I stated, and I can guarantee you will have an amazing time. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this has been beneficial. If you like it, please give a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and all the rest, and I'll see you in my next video.